Sex is what I want to talk about. Sex.
Excuse me, everyone. Sex! Now that I have your attention.
First topic, sex work, okay? Let me lay this down. No pun intended. Or maybe there was. Glorification of sex work, i.e., OnlyFans or let me see your butthole.com. I'm making things up, I don't know. Like multi-millionaire sex workers on OnlyFans. Loud and proud about doing it. You know what? To each their own. Living in penthouses, honey, you're out spending me on the daily. I mean, driving Maseratis. There is this whole lifestyle, young, attractive, not substance addicted females, young females that have really capitalized on high class or high level client sex work, okay? What I think is happening and what I'm really concerned about here is I have seen the other side of sex work and it's not so glorious, right? i.e. prostitution, okay? There has been this huge push and wave of, legal reform that wants to decriminalize prostitution. Let me tell you something about that, okay? Example one, there is a woman, very, very, very drug addicted, absolutely forced to prostitute against her will, okay? Husband or boyfriend or whatever, very, very dangerous criminal, okay? So that's the scenario that I'm really concerned about because there are a lot of women in a lot of states, in a lot of communities that are poor, that are drug addicted, and that get their asses whipped, okay, that are forced to prostitute themselves. I've been sitting on some information about a very, about a political, about a couple political figures here in West Virginia. And it's the last few years it's almost every time I hear them talk about a social issue or even talk about a woman or mention a woman or talk about anything that has to do with drug addiction or women or sex or health or anything like that. It's like a freaking my brain tries to preserve itself and I shut down because I can't listen to them speak about those things knowing what I know. If you know that one of your male public figures is engaging in purchasing prostitution services, okay? Does that change your opinion of that person? Because I don't know, maybe it doesn't. Maybe the fact that your male elected officials are circling blocks at 3 a.m. trying to pick up drug addicted, probably domestically abused females to pay them for sexual acts. Maybe that doesn't bother you, but damn, it bugs me to death. But it freaking pisses me off. Here's another thing I want to let you know. If your male lawyer or female lawyer, but we know, if your male lawyer asks you for sex, please call me, because that is disgusting and awful, and it's not right, and it's not actually it's not normal, and it's really weird. And you old pervy freaking weirdo freaks are not welcome here anymore. We don't want you here in the practice of law. We don't like you. I don't want to see your nasty face on TV. Perv weirdo. Don't like that. You're gross. I'm super irritated about it. Woof. I'm going to be so nice because I'm going to let you guess who you are, because I know you know. I know you know who you are. Come on in. And maybe I'm not talking about one of you. Maybe I'm talking about more than one. Maybe I'm talking about 5. I don't know. Maybe I'm talking about 10. You know who you are. If anybody has watched this video to this point, it's 7 minutes and 27 seconds, and you have had a disgusting situation that involves a political figure in West Virginia, a lawyer in West Virginia. I'm specifically talking about sex and sex abuse and sexual harassment and requests for sex. And if you have had any of those situations, please contact me. I want to know, and I want to know who. Okay? Because I think we have reached a point where it's bye-bye. Nope, bye-bye. We're done. You need to be called out. Okay? As Candace Owens would say, it's all fake and gay. Now, I don't know if it's gay. I don't know if you're gay, but you're certainly fake. Okay? And you know who I'm talking to. And maybe you are gay. I don't know. There's been a lot of weird shit going on. Maybe you're gay too. So send me a DM, give me a call, get on my website, send me an inquiry on my website, because I think it's time that we start running our mouths. And I would be really happy to start that. Talk soon.